Hey all, thanks for joining me. Today is February 12th, 2021. The Scenic Run today is going to be at Miramar Reservoir in Scripps Ranch in San Diego. It's going to be about a 5-mile loop around the entire reservoir. There's mostly a paved route around the whole thing as far as I could tell, but closer to the water is a trail that I'm going to try and stick to. There's a few offshoots that you can take as well, but for the most part I'm just going to be sticking around the lake. It was pretty wet and windy earlier today, but it's starting to look like it's clearing up, so fingers crossed that, the rain will stay away. Probably not the wind though. Anyway, why don't we get onto it and get those feet moving? All right. All right, take two. I realized about half a mile in that I wasn't actually recording, so hey geese. Looks like we're good to go now. Alright, so doubt we'll find any rattlesnakes out here, but just to be weary of it. This is the start of the little trail. I don't think it ventures too far off the path, the paved roadway, so you can't really get lost. Basically, just stay by the water. So, as evidence from the morning rain, it's a bit muddy out. Hopefully it doesn't get too bad. I have not run this route or actually been out here at all before, so this is a little bit of exploration for me. That's kind of the fun part of recording these runs, is it gets me out into areas I haven't ventured to before. Should have probably wore my trail running shoes today. Forgot to get those. All right. So here in a bit, I'll be pausing try and find a geocache. We'll see if we can find it. All right, 300 feet away from the geocache. Okay, where the wild things are. Alright, so I'm about 10 feet away, which is kind of as close as you can get to it. So I'm gonna guess it's by this palm tree, but I'm gonna pause it for here. Alright, and we're back. So as I thought, the geocache was over here. This kind of looked like it had been explored before. And if you can see, I'm not sure how else to show up, but under this little, they call them geopiles of rocks, there's a little film canister with a little trinket and a paper log. Make sure it's closed. So, again, nothing amazing in there, but it's not about the little treasures you find, more about just the journey. Something fun to find while you're exploring a new place like I am today. Alright, why don't we get back to the run? So that's a brief introduction to geocaching. I actually have hidden a couple myself, but they usually get muggled, which is the term meaning some general public person finds it, not a geocacher, and then they keep it. So that's happened with a couple of mine. Coming up on your left.
Okay.
Thank you. But yeah, this next one I'm thinking will be out in Liberty Station at the spot I recently found that's pretty neat. So if you're a geocacher, look for it in the coming weeks. You won't be disappointed. And if you're not a geocacher, why don't you try picking it up? It's free, it's fun. Again, it gets you outdoors. There's hidden objects everywhere. So regardless if you're watching this here in San Diego or, I don't know, in China. Which, man, that'd be cool if I had viewers in China. Just get out. Try it out. It's fun. All it takes is either GPS, handheld GPS, which is a little expensive, or you can simply download the app on any smartphone. I've been doing it since college, so for over a decade. That'll probably be my close to like 750th find, or I'm getting somewhere close to that. Yeah. Anyway, that's my little plug for geocaching. You know what? I think I missed it. Yeah, I missed a turn. Let's go back a bit. Got a little distracted. It's supposed to be a nice viewpoint. Look out up here. I do think there's a couple more geocaches around this lake, but we'll leave those for another day. Here we are at the park. I think it's called like Viewpoint Park. Oh, yeah. Pretty. You might not be able to pick it up on the camera, but you can see some of the buildings out in the distance. All right. Let's find the trail back down. Little fitness setup. Oh yeah, there's a few fitness stations. That's fun. I'm all over the board today. Can't find the trail for the life of me. Here we go. Woo. Easy does it. All right, now we're back. I got porta potties around the lake. That's a nice feature. So last weekend was Super Bowl Sunday. My pick to win was Tampa Bay Bucks, which they did by a wide margin. So congrats to them and Tom Brady for what? Again, it's like 6th or 7th ring. I was hoping for a closer game, but still fun to watch. Had my sis and her fiance over. He comes from a big football family, so he's, follows all that. I'm just watching it for the fun and the commercials, which there weren't too many, funny, lighthearted ones. I don't know if that really stood out to me too much. I did like the Jason Alexander one. It's like a Tide commercial. But played a fun little game that kind of carried our interest throughout the game. Just predicting the game, how it was going to come out from like first turnover, who wins the coin toss, who throws the first interception, things like that. In the end, I got whooped. It was my sister's fiance won, then my wife, my sister tied, and then me. Had to hang my head in shame. All in good fun though. I'm sure I'll hear about it next year though. What did you all think about the game? So as I said earlier, today is February 12th, and so some of the more celebrated holidays, both formal and informal, we'll go over. Makes sense why I heard fireworks going off late last night around midnight, because today is the Chinese / Lunar New Year. So I imagine I'll hear more fireworks going on later this evening. I don't think they're going to be lighting any, well, maybe they will, paper lanterns, because I think California, banned those a year or two ago, but fireworks are also pretty restricted too. So that's probably the biggest one. It's also International Darwin Day, where it celebrates his life's work and contribution to science. His birthday was on this day, February 12th, 1809. Also, on that same exact day and year was our, 16th president, Abraham Lincoln's birthday. So we celebrate his day today. And following along that, we also, it's Lost Penny Day. So his face being stamped on the U.S. penny, we recognize that currency. So, fun fact about that is that that was the first regular issue coin, U.S. coin, stamped with a person on it. Sorry, I don't know if that came out clear enough, but I think they might have had special edition coins, but this was like a regularly circulating coin that honored somebody. And I think that was at his centennial in 1909. Also, his favorite dessert was plum pudding, so it's also plum pudding day. Now, another fun little factoid is that plum pudding doesn't have plums in it. It's mostly apples and raisins. All right. So moving on, there's quite a bit going on today. National Freedom to Marry Day. And that just promotes the equal rights to marry, and really promoting that in the LGBTQ community. NAACP Day, founded in 1909 on this day. I think it was like the first significant meeting that led to the founding, is what I read. Valentine's being in 2 days, it's also National Hug Day, so going on with Valentine's week, which I've already given my personal sentiment about that. Don't think it really needs a full week, but whatever. So go out and hug somebody regardless. Show some love. Just go, I guess, mask up before you do it. Or make sure you're both vaccinated. It's also International Winter Bike to Work Day. So I don't know what the fair weather day is in the year for Bike to Work Day, but this is basically along the same lines, except promoting riding your bike during this time of year when you probably don't see very much bike traffic. So go on, get out on those two wheels and leave the car keys at home. It's also No One Eats Alone Day, which is about building and fostering a community of inclusion and acceptance, starting in the cafeteria or school lunchroom. So it's promoting kids to look beyond differences and just extend themselves, be open to everybody, make some friends, which is, a really nice message. Oglethorpe Day, not sure if I'm saying that right, or also known as Georgia Day. James Oglethorpe and a crew of Englishmen. Let's go out on this dog. Ooh, slippery. How's it going? Nice little view. So, palm tree blew over. Okay, Oglethorpe. Let's find the trail first. Back on this day in 1733, James Oglethorpe and a crew of Englishmen sailed up the Savannah River, docked, and organized a colony, establishing the 13th British colony, which is now Georgia. He became governor. I think he also established Savannah as the capital. So here's to Georgia. Without it, we wouldn't have all those fun Marvel movies or Walking Dead or heck, a lot of other Hollywood blockbusters. Last thing I saw, which I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, fun one. Going into folklore. Paul Bunyan Day. You know. So, you know, this just being lore, it's kind of a legend that's accepted, but basically the story in Maine is that they say he was born in the woods outside of Bangor, Maine on this day, and it's coincidentally the day Bangor was incorporated. So, fun little tidbit there. I've lived in a couple of places in the Northwest where they have some huge Paul Bunyan and Babe Blue Ox statues. Up in Humboldt County in Northern California, there's a big one there. And then up in Portland in the Kenton neighborhood, in North Portland, there's Paul Bunyan there. Babe is not. Anyway, those are the fun little tidbits for today. Looking forward for tomorrow, because it's tortellini day and cheddar day. So, love cheddar. Don't eat tortellini too much, but I did happen to pick some up the other day. So I'll make some of that tomorrow. Alright, so directly across from us is where we started. So, about, I don't know, imagine more than halfway. Let's get back to the map. Now we're about just over 3 miles. Should I visit? I think this trail dies off really quickly after this. Yeah, that mile marker said it was 3.25 miles right back there. So the rest of this route will be on paved road. All right, 30-second sprint. Fighting a little bit of a headwind there. Hit the 4-mile mark, about a mile left. All right, 20 seconds, let's pick it up. 3, 2, 1, go. This is weird with the fencing and barbed wire on both sides. Pick it up for another 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, a lot of sweat in my eyes. Burning. Four and a half miles. Oh, fun. Look what they do with their parking spots. Decorate them a bit. Very cool. All right, one final pickup. Let's do it to the end of this fence. All right, y'all. Well, there you have it. From Miramar Reservoir. That'll conclude our run. Come on. 4 miles. Timing was a bit off because I forgot to pause it during the geocache. But yeah, here at Miramar Reservoir, Scripps Ranch in San Diego, 5 miles, February 12th, 2021. Thanks for joining. Until next time, and happy Valentine's Day if I don't have another one up of these for that day. All right, take care and keep running.